Can your employer contact your doctor or request medical information without your consent? No, they can't. If this is a question that's ever come up for you, or if you're applying for a new job and part of that process is them telling you they are going to contact your doctor, or you applied for a new job and then you got a call from your doctor that an employer called to check in on you. That is a big no no, and I'm going to say a red flag for why you don't want to join that company. So let's talk about it. Regardless of where you're located in Canada, your health information is private and it is protected through PIPEDA and PHIPA and other privacy policies. So what that means is, sure, an employer can try to call your doctor to get information on you, to confirm details about you, but your doctor does not need to answer that request. Your doctor does not need to give them any information and has every right to deny them. And if your employer is trying to do that, that is a big red flag. An employer is not to have any medical information about you. What are they allowed to have access to? So the kinds of documents that they should have access to is a doctor's note that you have provided because you are unable to go to work or you're unable to fulfill certain aspects of your job due to medical conditions or an injury. Do they need to know what the diagnosis is or what the condition is? Absolutely not. Do they need to know that you are on medication and what medication? No. What they should know is this person is unable to operate heavy equipment. Why? Because of their treatment plan. Nothing else. If there are limitations to what you can do, so your functional abilities, you want that to be provided by your doctor and it gets provided to your employer so that they can accommodate because they have a duty to accommodate you in the event of injury, whether that is injury that has occurred at work or injury that has occurred outside of work and still impacts your ability to perform the key duties within your job. They are required to provide those types of accommodations. But no, they are not able to contact the doctor on their own. You have to be the go-between. You are the person in the middle that does all of the communicating to your doctor and takes the documents that were requested to your employer. They are not to supersede you or go around you just to get that information. Now, is it in your benefit to share that you are on medications with your employer? Only in specific scenarios. So you want to share anything like you have an allergy and you carry an EpiPen, or you're a diabetic and you need to be monitoring your sugar and taking your insulin. You have certain medications that you have to take on a regular basis. Should you be telling your employer what those medications are? No, you absolutely don't need to share those details, but you do want to notify them that you are on some sort of medications for whatever treatments you're going through, and the side effects are X. If those side effects can impact you or have a safety concern that something can occur at work. So for example, if you're on medication and on the side of the bottle, it tells you you could have sudden loss of consciousness or higher risk of symptoms if you are exposed to sun for prolonged periods of time. Those are things you want to share with your employer if you're in a condition and your employment puts you in a condition where those things could be dangerous to you. So for example, you're a driver and you could have sudden loss of consciousness. That's something you want to let your employer know, especially if this is like a temporary medication. You want to make sure that there are accommodations in place and that somebody else is the primary driver and not you. If you work primarily in the sun and in the outdoors throughout the bulk of your day and you have higher likelihood of symptoms as a result of sun exposure, this is something you need to notify your employer. Why? Because you want to make sure that if you require additional breaks or breaks from the sun, that you are not penalized for doing that, just to make sure that you are safe, right? So you want to share pertinent information that is directly related to your safety in the workplace. You do not need to share a diagnosis. You do not need to share the name of the medication, the dosage of the medication. All you need to do is let them know about the symptoms to make sure that you are safe, you are protected, and if required, there are accommodations in place to protect you and to ensure that you have all of the things necessary to ensure your safety while you are performing your job.